Hey there, it's iRun here, and we are on World of Tanks, and I'm here to give you some tips, my tips, for how to successfully complete the Monster Hunter Ops. I was able to complete the first op yesterday in about 2 hours, so that was 25 points. Play World of Tanks was saying that it was just too tedious, and I actually found my rhythm in it, and I found it was pretty easy overall. So I don't think it's going to be too hard at all. So for the Monster Ops, it runs from October 10th, 2016 to October 27th, 2016. So during that time frame, if you are watching this in the future, you'll know that this op was, kind of in the past. But the other reason why is there may be another op similar to it. So I've been playing the different ops going back to May or June when they started the Motherland. So I haven't bought any premium tanks. I've won all my premium tanks. So I want you to know it can be done. I was intimidated by it at first, but it's really not that hard, especially this one. So here's kind of my tips. First off, I suggest, and this is what I did, I used my best tanks. I used the tanks that I knew could do the most damage and get the most kills. Reason why is because in this particular op, you get 1 point for any kill in the game. So you get 1 point for 1 kill, all the way up to 3 kills. Now, if you get 4 to 5 kills in a match, you'll get 3 points. And if you get 6+ kills, which I didn't do that in all yesterday. I think I know 2 games, maybe 3 games, I got multiple kills. I almost got 6 in the very last game I played. So that's the first thing you want to know. You 1 point, 1 kill. It doesn't matter if you win the game or you lose the games. So Monster 1, which started on October 10th, you need to collect 25 points. That's the one that I did just yesterday, and it took me roughly about 2 hours to complete, maybe 2.5 to kind of gauge it. And on October 24th, you get Monster Hunter 5, which you need to collect 55 points. And this is why I gauged it. So 25 is just a little bit less than half of what you need for Monster Hunter 5. So if I'm saying, let's say that I invested 2 hours, maybe 2.5 hours, you're talking about 5 to 6 hours of gameplay if these same strategies hold true. So what I decided to choose, first off, I went up here and I'll show you, I filtered out by the tanks that I use. So I used basically tier 5 and tier 7 tanks, because that's what I found, and it may change for you. So you'll want to watch, where are you getting, first off, how many tanks do you have? If you only have tier 5s, then just play tier 5s. But if you have, in my case, I have a fully loaded out Tiger. I have the Tiger Hammer that I won in the previous op. At the tier 5, I have the VK3001H, which is my preferred heavy tank. I did all heavies because I want to be able to do a lot of damage and make sure that I can destroy. And then I did use, you can see I have 2 arties here. They're basically pretty much almost the same. This is tier 5, so I'll play higher. I can play up to a tier 7, where this one has the same gun. So it'll do as much damage as this, but only plays up to tier 6. And then if you get matched in a tier 4 match, you're pretty formidable. As you notice, I also have all these completely elited. They're completely maxed out, completely upgraded. So they are the best of the best for their type of tank. Alright, so when I was playing, I found that I could play tier 5s, and usually I would be the highest tier tank in the match. Or I could play a tier 7. I just love playing my Tiger. So I would rotate between the Tiger and the Hammer, which Hammer is a Tiger. It's just got slightly different stats. And I would just rotate. If you're playing this, I suggest you play it solo. Do not play in a platoon. And here's why. If you're playing with other players, then if you die, even if you get a kill, but you die, you need to wait for the other team, the rest of your team. what I did was the minute that I died, whether I got a kill or not, which most times I got at least one kill, I immediately left the game. So I might have been in the game for 3 minutes, 5 minutes. I didn't have to stay in there for the complete 10, 15, 20 minutes, whatever the game lasted. And I was out. Of course, I didn't try to die. I tried to get as many kills. If I was in, say, as a Tiger, I was in a lot of Tier 9 matches. So what I would do is I would actually follow the Tier 9 heavies, go where they went, so I had extra protection, try to get a kill. Most of the time I did. There's other tanks that were Tier 6 and 7s in there. I'd get at least one kill. I would probably die pretty quick, but hey, I got my kill. I'd back out and move on to the next match, and that's why I had several tanks to choose from. So those were my basic strategies. The first strategy is get your biggest, best tank, which for me, heavies, tank destroyers also are very good for doing damage. If you don't have heavies yet or you don't play heavies, but I would suggest get your best heavy. Don't play an entry-level heavy. Like if you don't have it fully upgraded, play whatever you have fully upgraded. Shoot for Tier 5s and 7s. Now again, you may find that if you play on the weekend, you may be going for Tier 6 or Tier 8. And I also like playing with this AMX 105. I always keep this one in my garage just for ops, just like this. And I'll show you some footage and maybe give you some tips shortly on this as well. Alright, so again, if you've been playing, if you think you have some other suggestions, if I missed something, if I'm not quite off, feel free to leave those down in the comments below. I mean, let's have an open discussion about it. I think these ops are totally doable. The last op that we had to do to get the Centennial was a much more of a grind than this is. I think this is going to be fairly easy. Alright, so let's get into some gameplay.
Alright, man, we've got enemies in the area. You either have to take them all out or capture their base. Let's roll.
Alright, so we're a Tier 5 and a Tier 7 match. Now, this is one of the cases where, normally I was getting the luck of the draw and being the higher tier. So, in this case, we're not. What we're going to do is we're going to watch the team right now. I'm going to watch how they spread out, and then I'm also going to watch where are my other heavies going. So that guy right there is a Tier 7. He's a Tier 7. I'm going to follow my Tier 7s. Now, so this ain't too bad. We have about 4 going to the left, and the rest is going to the right. And a lot of these matches, I'm finding that everybody's going in the one direction, which most of our team is going to the right. So in a regular match, that is not a good strategy, but if all of your objective is to get a kill, then this isn't bad. It's actually a great strategy because you're playing more like team deathmatch or team destruction in World of Tanks. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up here, I'm going to sit somewhat back, and I'm going to try to pick somebody off. We'll see how it goes. Alright, we got a couple of tanks coming up over there. So this is really a decent tank for a Tier 5. That's a KV-85. So I'm going to go up with this tank. So that's a Tier 7. Probably not going to get that kill.
Enemies got us in their sight.
Ah, I thought I was going to get it. But no.
Reloaded.
I want to get by and face this guy. Can he take me out? Yes, but I have a semi-decent chance if I do my frontal armor on him to get a kill here. Especially if I can get there before these guys do.
Enemies looking right at us. They're hit. We got him.
Aw, he stole my kill.
Ready to fire.
Alright, but you kind of get the idea here. I'm going to cut this out here. Hopefully, I mean, a lot of times I would have gotten that kill or get one of these other ones coming up. Okay, I'm fixing to show you some gameplay that I had in the AMX 105. One of the clips here, I actually got this tip from one of my sons. As you can see, this tank I'm focused in on. I hit it the first time, I track it, I know it's tracked, but it goes off the screen. So in the past, I would have chased another tank that I could see. But just by being patient, I take another shot on it and I actually get it. So you can see it here.
Loaded and ready. Fire! That one did some damage. Focus attention here. He's gone. Find us another target.
So just stay focused on that particular tank. If you miss, hey, you've wasted a shot, but you know, chances are you'll get this too. And this one here is my last, actually my last match. I actually ended up getting 5 kills. I should have gotten 6, but I got 5. It was again in this AMX 105. I played the last 2 matches in it just because I knew I was close. And with this tank, I was almost guaranteed at least a kill, just by being patient. And there you go.
He's gone. Find us another target. Fire! Good night, Irene. Enemies looking right at us. Enemy vehicle destroyed. Clear and gun. Scratch another bad guy. Loaded and ready. Enemies in the base. Push them out. Great job, men.
Alright, well, welcome back. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to leave a comment, like, and subscribe. Give me your feedback and what you think. And until next time, this is iRun, and we will see ya.